What is a conditional green card, and why is my husband or wife's green card only good for 2 years? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration attorney here in St. Louis, Missouri. Newly married couples receive a 2-year green card as opposed to a 10-year green card, and the reason for that is that the Immigration Service was concerned a while back about marriage fraud. The green card is a great benefit that spouses can obtain, and the Immigration Service felt that there had been some people abusing that. So to counteract that, what they've come up with is the conditional green card. So when you sponsor your husband or wife for a green card, that green card is only going to be good for 2 years. And prior to the expiration of the 2-year anniversary of that green card, you're going to have to file another form. It's called an I-751, and it's an application to remove the conditions on the green card. You'll recall that when you filled out the green card application in the first place and went to your interview, that you had to submit a lot of evidence to show that you and your spouse were living together and that you had a joint life together. These are things like bank statements, insurance cards, leases, property held together, children, those kinds of things. This is the kind of evidence that you have to show at the initial interview. Well, the same thing holds true after the 2 years. The government wants to make sure that you're still married and that the marriage was in fact legitimate. So for the vast majority of people, it's just a matter of filing that I-751, that's the number of the form, and that has to be done in that window between 1 year, 9 months, and 2 years. And if you forget to file that within the 2 years, then the green card is lost, the lawful permanent resident status is lost. Conceivably, the Immigration Service could institute removal proceedings, but usually what happens is that you just have to start all over. You lose the time that you've accrued in the country, you lose the filing fees, and you lose the time towards citizenship. So it's a really big hassle, it's a big mistake. When you receive your green card, you're going to want to make sure that you take note of the date on your green card, of when it expires, and you're going to want to dock it on your calendar when the time is that you have to file that I-751. When you file it, you're going to want to submit some more of that evidence of a joint life, those leases, bank statements, those kinds of things, pictures of trips abroad or together, things that demonstrate that you and your spouse are still together. In the majority of cases, that's it. You just file the form and there's an extension given of 1 year or more for the permanent resident status. Of course, after 3 years of being married to a U.S. citizen in lawful permanent resident status, you can apply for citizenship. So typically that's what happens. Everyone gets that extra year, then they file for their citizenship. In a small minority of cases, if the government was concerned about the validity of the marriage in the first place, or if it's just a random case that's picked out of all the ones that are filed, the government does require a subsequent interview to have those conditions removed. It's not all that often that that happens, but the government is certainly allowed under the regulations to do so. So don't be completely surprised if that happens. But again, you're just going to want to demonstrate that it's a legit marriage just like you did before, and hopefully everything will turn out okay. If you have any questions about this, conditional residence, or about getting the conditions removed, feel free to give us a call, 314-961-8200, or shoot me an email at jim@hackinglawpractice.com, and we'd be happy to try to help. Thanks a lot and have a good day.